Welcome everyone to another live stream session with me, Stu Fuchs and Ukulele Zen. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're joining in live, welcome. Please say hello in the chat. I see there's over 110 people here already. That's awesome. So glad you're here. If you're watching this as a replay or you're just watching it a second time, check the links down below because there's going to be chapter descriptions for everything in this lesson. Now, there's a whole lot of things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video lesson. Please say hello in the chat. Today is going to be part 2 of love songs for Valentine's Day on this beautiful Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. If you're in the US and getting ready for the big game, thanks for taking some time to hang with me. There are a lot of fun tunes I'm going to play with you. And along the way, we're going to be learning a whole lot of great stuff. Now, before we jump in, I just want to say a few things about this lesson. First of all, if you're able to, please commit to sticking around for the whole time and try to shut out any distractions that may come up. Of course, family comes first, but if you're able to hang with the whole thing and if you can shut out some distractions, you'll get the most out of our session today. All of my lessons are intended to be transformative experiences of, I can't do this to, yes, I can. And one of the ways that you'll be led through that process is just by taking things one thing at a time and just sticking around. If you've shown up to some of my lessons before, you know what I mean. I'm going to lead you through specific exercises for beginners to advanced beginners, intermediate, and I'll even share some advanced stuff for you in this lesson. So thanks for joining me. We are going to be working with a special songbook that I created for you, and it's at a link in the video description below. Please go get it. It is available for you free, and it looks like this. Once you download it, we'll be working through more songs. Last week we played 2 songs from here, so please go download that. The download process, I want to say just something real quick about that. Some folks have had some difficulty. I want to let you know that I have double, triple, and quadruple checked all the settings at my new website. Everything is all set to go. So if you're having difficulty with the download, make sure your web browser's up to date. Check your junk mail folders. Believe me, I want you to receive this. And so if there's any difficulty, I'll do my best to help you out, okay? When you sign up, there's a link down below. Be asked to enter some information. You confirm your subscription to the new mailing list for my upcoming website, ukulelezen.com, which I'm going to be launching later this year. And no, you're not going to be spammed or anything. The only spam I like is from these guys, okay? Can we get a little bit of a spam, 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 spam. I think I hear it coming from the UK, across all of Europe, trickling down through Canada, coming here to the US. Spam. You will not receive any spam. You will keep in the loop of my upcoming website. And of course, I'll share some tips and tricks with you, some gifts for you. So thank you for joining me. I want to get right into the lesson. For all the songs and the jams that we're going to do today, there are links in the description below to more in-depth lessons. So I'll be going through things. We'll have some teaching moments. I have some things to share with you about each tune, but please know in the description below are links to other full-length lessons, and you can check that out. Hey, last thing I want to share with you is that we will be meeting today, of course, for a little longer than usual because there's like 6 tunes we're going to play and learn stuff about. Thanks for joining me. We won't meet again like this until Sunday, March 6th, okay? So Sunday, March 6th, we're going to be in a rhythm of a public live stream like this the first Sunday of every month. And for patrons of Ukulele Zen, there will be other offerings throughout the month. And if you're not a patron, that's totally cool. Please know there's going to be other offerings throughout the month, okay? But I just want to let you know that these live streams are going to start happening like this just once a month. Patrons of Ukulele Zen will be receiving all kinds of bonuses and other live sessions. I'll be sharing some of those later this month, including a live Q&A where you can actually zoom in with your video and you can ask questions and get answers. So just wanted to share all that with you. Thank you so much for joining me. Are you ready to go? You ready to jam? Let's do it. Happy Valentine's Day in advance to everybody. Love songs. I wanted to start with a love song, and this is the booklet that you'll receive, after you visit that link in the description below. Last week we played Love. I wanted to start with this tune, Love Me Do, and also to share that, I'm working on my music goals right along with you. There's a link in the description below to this free downloadable book, which helps you track your music goals and make progress. For many, many years, I've learned a lot of things about music. I've played all kinds of instruments, but I never learned how to play the harmonica. And it's been one of my goals this year. So if you want to meet your goals, check this out. It's free. Go download it. It's at a public post at my Patreon page. I'm going to do my best. This is like only the second time I've ever played harmonica in public. So let's play some Love Me Do. Let's just jam the tune. As you can tell, it's just really 3 chords, 5 if you include the bridge and the extra chord. Then we'll learn these licks, little tablatured out licks for your ukulele playing. Let's have some fun. Are you ready? Most of this song is 2 chords, G7 and C7. So come on, let's warm up our hands with a G7 and a C7. And the strum you can use as any kind of backbeat strum like this. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Hope you'll join in with me. Sing along. Thanks for being here. Are you ready? Love me do, I love you, I'll always be true, so please, love me do, whoa, love me do, let's sing that verse again, love me do, come on, I love you, I'll always be true, so please, love me do. Bridge, someone to love, somebody new, someone to love, someone like you. Verse, love me do, I love you, well, I'll always be true, so please, love me do. Solo, la, 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 bottom of the page, la, 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 just one chord. Love me do, I love you, I'll always be true, so please, we're staying on these two chords. Just sing from the heart. You can vocalize, be your own harmonica player if you wish. You go like this. Whoa, love me do, yeah, yeah, love me do. Just make up your own stuff. Whoa, whoa, love me do, yeah, love me do. Keep going. Let's bring it home. Love me do, yeah. Love me do. Whoa, 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 love me do. I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded after all that harmonica playing. That was fun. Did you have a good time? All right, friends. Thanks for joining me. I want to teach you now how to play this on the ukulele. I'm going to lead you through this tablature. I'll do it a little quicker because you can always go back and watch this a second time. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. The Beatles. Can't go wrong with vitamin B. I'd actually like to do a Beatles song every month, you know. Has anybody seen the Let It Be movie or the Get Back movie about the making of Let It Be? You know, came out a few months back around November. So inspiring to see them writing those songs in real time. If they wrote an entire album in like 20 days or so, maybe we could commit ourselves to learning 12 Beatles songs, like the riffs, the solos, everything, in a whole year. If that's something that interests you, let me know in the chat, because that's one of my ideas for this year here at the channel. All right, friends. So as I mentioned, we're going to learn this, and just a reminder, there's a free book, and it's a whole calendar, a way of tracking your goals. One of my goals for decades has been learning, I want to learn this humble harmonica and how to do it and how to strum it. And I'm learning because I'm just committing to writing down and chipping away at my goals a little bit every day. This book will help you. It's totally free, so please, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it serves you well. Now, this tablature, and this will be really fun to do with your ukulele playing friends. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nan. Thank you, Grant. Gerald is here. Gerald can sing and play. Kelly's into the idea of the Beatles. Thanks so much. Can't overdose on vitamin B, says the vitamin on the Beatles, ukulele bird. So, pretty easy to pick up a melody that you've heard so many times. Starts up here at the 8th fret, 7th fret, then 5, 3, 3, 3, 3. All right, with all of these, you know, of course it's notated, and it's the idea is that you would try to play it like the original, but improvise, do your own thing. I want to come in close to my hand so you can see that of the finger choices I'm using 3, 3rd finger, I move down 3, and then I move down here again 3, which allows my first finger to land on that fret really easily. Okay, you can see 1 finger per fret, it's really easy. And every once in a while, great idea just to reach out and loosen up the hand. Make sure that you're using as little effort as you can. Settle into it softly as we go. That's the essence of ukulele zen, is to feel free as we play. Loosen our body. Little spaciousness to each attempt. Let's do it 2 more times. Come on, ready? Okay, well, you can go back and watch this many times. Pretty much the whole riff, except there's one difference here. It goes, now that's a lot of hopping around with this finger, so you may like to do it like this. Really really however you can pull it off is fine. And then do 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 do. If you're in a ukulele club and you get like 5 or so people to play this in unison, it's going to be powerful over the strumming. What a cool thing to add to your playing. All right. Before we get into the next song, I'd like to teach you this harmonica solo. I don't know enough about harmonica to really pull it off. I think John Lennon might have switched harmonicas because there is no F sharp on this C harp. So let's just learn it as ukulele solo. Here's how I would play it as chord solo. Excuse me. Big Ringo symbol right there. Okay, so the tablature is all there. You could play it all as single notes. And that's the skeleton of it. But once you get the skeleton under your fingers, you could play around with the rhythm. See, I'm adding some chromatic tones below the pitches. All right. So watch this a few times and just, master that. If you don't have the song sheet, please get it. It's at the link down below. Totally free. Just sign up for the mailing list. You'll be kept in the loop. Unsubscribe anytime. No spam. If you want to play this as a chord melody, I'm doing it on my low G uk. Any ukulele sounds great. Okay, see what I'm doing? Taking the D chord. And then the C chord, I'm playing a different kind of C. And this could be confusing if you're brand new to music. You might think, wait, every single time I play C, it's supposed to be like this. But this is a different voicing of C. And my ring finger's at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and I don't allow this 1st string to ring. So my melody note remains right there on the, you can see right there, 3rd measure in, right there, the 3rd fret of that 2nd string. And then we go to the G. All right. So once you flesh this part out a few times, all right, just take your time with that. Enjoy. How cool is it you're playing a harmonica solo from Love Me Do? Next, we get to the second part. And all you're really doing to pull this off in its most basic form is just to play the G chord, and then you drop the pinky onto that 3rd fret of the 1st string and then take it off. All right, so this is just blocking it out in a very simple form. Because this is a jam session, we're going to move on to another tune, but just watch me play this, and then what you can do is you can rewind this video, you can watch it again, and then try to copy some of the things that I'm doing. Keep in mind, everything I'm playing is right on the tablature. I'm just using different right-hand picking techniques to embellish it. This is for those intermediate and advanced cats out there who want to learn, like, some more pro-level stuff. You can do this. And you can learn it. Just take it apart one thing at a time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That last harmonica is my impersonation of Ringo Starr's massive crash cymbal right there. All right, admittedly, that's tricky, so I'm going to break it down before we move on to our next jam tune. For those of you who really want to get it, this is a whole study in itself, and someday when I have another fingerstyle course up, I'm going to teach you this pattern because it is cool. It's tricky though. What I'm doing is I'm always keeping a little smack on beats 2 and 4. All right, so what you do is it's a little bit of classical guitar technique and a little bit of tapping. If I do it really slow, it's probably going to fall apart, but be kind. Here we go. 3, 4. Are you still here? You still glad you showed up? That's one of the hardest things I'm going to share with you today. Love Me Do, awesome tune. You could play this by tomorrow for somebody. Maybe not that fancy stuff that I just did, but you could certainly play this for your loved ones. And chances are, if you start singing this, they're going to sing it for you, because they love you too. And everybody loves to sing this song, right? I've only met one person in the world who absolutely hated the Beatles, and I left that band shortly afterwards. Anyway, let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Come on, let's keep on jamming. I have a lot more to share with you in this lesson. I hope you're having a good time so far. If you haven't already, please click the like button. Share this video with your friends, and I hope you'll subscribe to this channel because I have a lot of great stuff planned for this entire year. These monthly live streams are going to happen the first Sunday of every month. There'll be freebies, there'll be giveaways, all kinds of great stuff. I love teaching. I love sharing. I want to pass along the things that were shared with me by my teachers. That drop by drop, your bucket can get filled, okay? You don't have to practice for 20 years. You just have to go deep into one thing at a time. All right, I'll be sharing more about this at my upcoming online courses, and you signed up to learn about it already if you got this song sheet, okay? So I'll be keeping you in the loop. Friends, let's play a swing tune, and there's a link to a full lesson about this. This is an awesome jazz standard that is not too hard to play. It's credited to the songwriters Fields and McHugh, but actually it's a Fats Waller song. You know who Fats Waller is? Let me know in the chat if you're hip to Fats Waller. Fats Waller, an amazing songwriter and pianist, quintessential jazz musician of the, pre-bebop era. And this is a song that I used to play in a Django Reinhardt band. I like playing it on the ukulele too. So there's a full lesson for this in the description below. So why don't we just jam it? Please note that as you jam this, you have options. If you're brand new, totally fine and a good idea to just play whole notes, just strum once per chord. All right, so you can do it that way. You can also shuffle along. Some of you have not seen the lesson yet, so I want to share something cool before we get into this. Can I do that, please? Let's do it. Hey, thank you. Oh, cool. We got a lot of lovers of Fats Waller here. Thanks for hanging with me. So the whole tune starts with this introduction. But if you notice, and this is a thing that you'll see in a lot of old-fashioned jazz, a lot of World War II and pre-World War II jazz, is that the beginning of the song, the intro, is often the same as the last 8 bars. Take a look. C, C. G diminished 7th, G diminished 7th, G, E7, and so on, okay? So this intro is often the last 8 bars. It's a standard thing to do in old-time jazz. You've probably heard this many times before if you've listened to any kind of swing music like this. So let's just take a moment to get friendly with this, this intro, and in the process, you're going to learn a lot about how to relax the hand. So the first chord, C. Even if you've played this a million times, please join me in this process. Soften the hand, C. Next chord, G diminished 7th, Okay? We're right here or right here. And then you move up to G. And then E7. Next, A7. Listen to it. Now, A minor 7 can be played just the open strings. Okay. An option is to play your A minor chord and drop your ring finger or your pinky right here at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Totally up to you. Okay. Then you play D7. And now we get to the last 2 bars, which is a turnaround. G diminished 7th, which is easily done. You just lift up your ring finger, slide these 2 down. Now the open and the D7. Watch the lesson in the link down below. Take you through all this stuff, okay? So notice one thing, and then we're just going to jam the tune, but notice one thing cool that happens when you commit to practicing this way, and not rushing towards the future, you know? Just do one thing at a time. You go deep and you experience super learning. Super learning is when your mind, your body, and your heart are all doing the same thing, and they're all in the same place. Okay? That's why it's a good idea to shut out distractions. You know, every ping that comes across your screen, even if you don't answer it, it kind of distracts you, right? So we want to bring everything into alignment. Let's do this now with a little bit of rhythm. A little shuffle rhythm like this. We'll play every chord, and then we'll practice it a little faster, then play the song. Are you ready? Just stay with one thing at a time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 3, G, E7, A7, 2 beats, 2 beats, and then resolve to G where you're going to begin, okay? Friends, if you did that with me, even if you missed a couple of chords, give yourself a pat on the back for showing up, okay? All right? We can feel very free in our playing and feel like we're really accomplishing stuff when we just go into one subject at a time. I see there are 200 people watching. Thank you so much for joining me. I delight in showing people how to learn, all right? It's not the information, it's how we integrate it into our body. So this is something that we could go deeper into, but let's not only play one chord progression. Let's play the whole song, all right? Keep it loose. Try to anticipate what's happening. And don't forget, use the corners of your mouth. This is a good thing when we're trying something challenging, right? Are you ready? We're going to do a little faster, and we're going to play the whole tune. 1, a little faster now. And we'll play the whole song. Thank you for joining me. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. 3. Thank you, Nan, for that super chat. Let's play the song and then I'll share more. Come on. Well, I can't give you anything but love, baby. Oh, that's the only thing I've plenty of. Oh, baby, dream a while, scheme a while, we're sure to find happiness, and I guess all those things you've always pined for. Gee, it's nice to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets Woolworth doesn't sell. Oh, Cheryl, until that lucky day, you know darn well. Whoa, baby, yeah, I can give you anything but loud. Go around again. Baby. Second line. Okay, till that lucky day. Here we go, folks. Well, until that lucky day, you know darn well. Whoa, baby, yeah, yeah, I can give you anything but love. Play those 4 chords. Little turnaround here. Slow down. Now, thanks for joining in, and I'm sure that you may be a little confused. What the heck was I doing there? I was playing some other chords. I was taking a little bit of chord soloing on top of your playing. Remember, there's a lesson down below for this whole thing. I want to share something very cool that you can do with this, and it's not hard to do, and it's a way of creating the beginning steps of a chord solo. Hello, Robert from Blackpool. Glad you're joining. So, A minor 7 is awesome, says Andre, just the open strings. So, when you're changing from, and before I get into what I'm going to share with you, here is an option every time you see A minor 7 and D7. Okay, so A minor 7 to D7 can be played like that. And then it resolves to G. So one more time, open A minor 7, D7, and G. Now a little more colorful version is to play A minor 7 like this, where you have the open strings on top, but you're adding middle finger to the 2nd fret of the 4th string. You're adding the ring finger to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You can use other fingers if you like. But what you'll notice is that this chord right here that we're calling A minor 7 is really just one note away from your target of D7. Okay, so before we were playing A minor 7, D7, G. Well, here, A minor 7, D7, G. So in a sense, if you get into the jazz harmony of it, the A minor 7 to D7 to G is a 2-5-1 chord progression in the key of G. And the D7 is really the only chord being played there. What? What it means is that the A minor 7 is essentially it's an embellished D7. It's D7 with a suspended note. All right, so you have that option every time you come to that chord progression. Now what you can do to start taking a little chord melody is just to start to play, without even exploring other voicings, which is a great thing to do, is just to take the chords you know and start to put some rhythm and some silence into it. Okay, so you take the same chords that you were strumming with a steady beat and begin to play some syncopated rhythm. It's great if your rhythm repeats itself. especially at first, because it gives the listener something to latch onto. All right. Now, there's so many more tunes to play, and there's, a lot to share, but I just wanted to get into this. Let's try this together, and then we'll move on to the next tune. Thank you, Gary, for your super chat support. Vincent and Marinda, thank you for your generosity. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody joining in for this live stream. I know I've said this before, but if you're just joining, there are links down below to get this song sheet right here, a free Meeting Your Goals workbook. It helps you reach your goals, and links to lessons for all these tunes. Okay. So, friends, let's check this out. Let's say we take this one rhythm. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Say it with me. Ba, ba, da, da, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Start by just snapping your fingers, and if you're not comfortable doing that, you can just slap your fingers in your palm. And notice we're not going to be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. No, we're just going to go more primal. Okay, scat it. That's the way these cats would have probably thought of it too. All right, so just get more direct, more primal with your rhythm. Get ready, join in, and try to copy what you hear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Do it with me. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Take a break, but keep this going. It's tricky, right? It's tricky. This gets thrown off. So what we're training here is to be steady with the backbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. This is just rock solid. This takes some training, It takes some showing up every day for it. But it will happen. You don't have to do this for years and years. 1, 2, 3, 4. My foot, my hand. 1, 2, foot, hand, foot. And then once this is really solid, your voice can just kind of dance on top of it. So you could sing my rhythm or your own. All right, let's do this one more time. Train yourself to be solid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? Come on, here we go. Za, da 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 da. Ba, ba da da ba 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 da ba. Da 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 ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba. Yeah, awesome. Come on, give yourself a hand. So we're not learning every syncopated rhythm in the universe. We're learning one thing. We're going deep into one thing. If you go deep into one thing, you will understand how to learn, and the whole world of music begins to open up. All right. So this is a more it's radically different than all the messages you're probably getting around the internet of you need more information. Yes, in a way we do, but in a way what we need to do is just work with one thing at a time. Trust me, as somebody who's tried new things and tried to learn new things his whole life, this is the way, and I look forward to sharing more of it with you. So just go back and watch this again. Master this one rhythm. It's a cool one, yeah? And what you're doing is you're tapping your foot on 1, 2, 3, 4. You can sing tons of songs like this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound, saved a soul like me, or any song, And then you can start to become very steady in your backbeat. All right, and then last but not least, pretty soon you have this rhythm. It's yours. You own it. All right? I promised we would jam more than teach, so apologies. I can't help but share. I can't give you anything but love. Let's play another tune, okay? Thank you, everybody, for your generosity. Ukulele Bird, thank you so much. Watch this again. There will be more to come. Now, this is the same song, but in box chart notation, okay? This is the kind of chord chart. If you can read off of this, you memorize the words, you know the words by heart, and you throw a chart like this in front of a band, they're going to love you. You can sit in with any band anywhere in the world. They will remember you. They're going to say, oh man, remember when Andre came in and dropped that chart? Yeah, that cat was cool. He brought his own chart. So this is a chord chart that professionals use to play. Okay. So friends, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you being here. We already played Waiting in Vain last week. Okay, so let's move on to another tune. The Cure's Love Song. And this is going to be a little quicker. But what we're going to do is we're going to see that the rhythm that we're learning here is going to serve the next tune as well. All right. Now, this rhythm, and what's cool about this song is it's a lot easier to play than the last one. It's so much easier. A minor, G, F, E minor. Okay. It's kind of a dark, more melancholic love song, but it's a beautiful one. And the strum we're going to learn is this one. Okay. We're going to take our A minor, our G, our F, and our E minor 7 chord. You can play it like that if you wish. And what we're going to do, come in close to my hand here and just watch the way I strum this. This is a little slower. Backbeat. It's almost like a bossa nova strum, and we can use this in a lot of different ways. We'll play it a little faster when we start the song, but let's just break it down like this. Down, up, and then it's a little bit of a chuck. What is a chuck? A chuck is something you use to tighten your tires. No, just kidding. A chuck is when you take two fingers, either these two or one finger, and you strum quickly and then mute right away. I have a whole tutorial on this chuck. This chuck is very light. It's a powerful sound, but it's actually a very light touch. So just do a few of them. An important technical pointer would be to feel settled when you land. Right? It's not a hard bang. It's just light. Right? Remember, the essence of my channel is ease of play, feeling free. And we cultivate this by the way we practice. Okay. Chuck. So when you bring this into the strum, it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, you practice this a bunch and you're going to find that that chuck kind of blends in, right? It's not ow, other rhythms maybe. This is a little more laid back. So don't try too much. Just keep it nice and light. And by the way, you don't have to chuck. You could actually do another thing. Down, up, mute. Up, down, up, mute. And that would be like this. Instead of a chuck, you have a silence. With me, please. Down, up, touch. I'm just touching very lightly to shut the sound off, like the dampers on a piano. Make it feel loose and then continue and flow. You may like to tap a little bit, but whether you tap or mute, make sure this finger's ready for the up strum. Just like the chuck, it's ready for the up strum. Okay, let's jam. There is a whole lesson for this, and in the lesson I show you this instrumental melody, which The Cure's lead guitarist, really brilliant songwriter, I think, made this wonderful guitar solo, and this is it, all tabbed out for you, so you can enjoy it. If you're a fan of the Cure, I think you'll dig learning this piece. Okay, here we go. Ready? Introduction. We play the chords 4 times through. Let's get in the groove. Make sure you're breathing deeply. check in with your feet. Are your feet on the ground? Do they feel soft? One more time around and then we're going to sing. Thank you for joining me. Verse 1. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am whole again. Is the instrumental. Verse 2. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am young again. Oh, whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am fun again. Chorus F. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. This is the instrumental, so use your voice freely. La 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 la, or you would pick. One more time. Da 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 na 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 na. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am clean again. Chorus. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Thanks, everybody. This is a melancholic love song. Thought it'd be good to play something in a minor key. So thanks for joining me. This down up chuckles, down up chuckles, turns your ukulele into a drum, and the instrumental melody is not hard to play. The link in the description below that takes you through this whole melody also offers a nice little intro to improvisation that I think you'll find really accessible for all levels. So check that out. There's a link down below if you want to watch that sometime. And be after the Super Bowl's over or during Super Bowl, you know. Thanks for joining me. Somebody's asking about that fancy thing I was doing. That's a pickup note. So right before the chorus, however far away. All right, so what am I doing there is I'm playing a very quick 16th note triplet. 16th note triplet is a fancy way of saying I'm going down, down, up, 1, 2, 3, down, up. 1, 2, 3, whomp. And the upbeat, the up strum is the arrival of beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's very loose. I'm using just the bare tip of my fingernail because you don't want to get the finger stuck on the string when you're playing something fast like that. So we got some questions, and I appreciate you joining me. Ravish, when you sign up for the new website, yep, I'll be keeping you in the loop of new things that are going on. I'm not sure the best way that you would like to access it. It won't be launched just yet, but it will be mobile friendly. This is going to be a big improvement over my current setup, and I can't wait to launch the courses there. It'll be mobile friendly, so if you like to learn on your tablet or your cell phone, it'll definitely be helpful. It'll be handy for that. Then Costa, thanks for saying hello. Hey, if you're just joining me, keep in mind we're going to be back here the first Sunday of every month, and there will be a new schedule for patrons. I'll be announcing that very soon. I have some improvements, some things I think you're going to really enjoy. So keep in the loop. If you enjoy what you're seeing, and if you'd like to support these broadcasts, there are links down below to the Patreon community. There's all kinds of perks, bonus lessons, and other goodies waiting for you there. Thanks for being here. So we're almost at an hour. My goodness, I should probably pick it up. Thing sing, that thing can sing. Long song, a long, long song. Goodbye, thing, you sing too long. Am I the thing? Am I teaching too long? I want to share things clearly because we're not in the same room, and I know there's many, many beginners out there. I want to make things accessible. It doesn't really serve you for me to just be showing off all kinds of fancy stuff, and to show you even more, advanced beginner stuff without really clearly explaining it. So that's the way I like to operate, and so thanks for sticking around. Okay, try to get that into the strum. It's a cool little flourish you can put in. Thank you. We got some friends here from Salt Lake City. Check your spam folder. If you did not get the download, it is set up. It will work. I promise you that. So I hope you're enjoying yourself. We got a few more tunes to play. I just called to say I love you. This one is a little tricky, but it's worth it. I'm not going to play the key change today. If you want to learn the key change, there's a handy video in the description below. You can learn it. This song will make somebody's day, any day of the year, especially Valentine's Day. But to keep it easier, when we get to the second page, we're going to repeat the chorus in the key of C. You dig? So I'm going to do my best to flip back, okay? This was Stevie Wonder's top charting hit, even though it's, for many people, it's not their favorite Stevie Wonder song. Can't help but... you could do worse things for somebody you love than sing them this song, okay? Thank you for joining me. Let's play. Most of this song, a lot of it is a vamp, and you can see right up here a 2-chord vamp of C, G. Oh, look, it's that strum again. Down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up. All right. If you want to just keep a simple strum, you could also play down, down, up, down. But you would have to break it up. Down, down, up, down, 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 up. All right. So that's a little tricky. One little teaching moment that I think is important for this, for you to be able to jam along, is that there's a section where we're going to play a wonderful chord progression. Join me, please. You play your D minor chord. It looks like an F with the ring finger added right there. And what's going to happen is there's a chromatic melody. this happens many times during this song. It's actually something, thank you, Russian romantic composers, for bringing, and Chopin for bringing us this beautiful chord progression. So you can pull this off in a number of different ways. Some people like to play the D minor with these fingers. So then all you have to do is just lift up the pinky, and then you go to an F. Okay, so there's a chromatic melody kind of baked into the chord progression, right? It's hidden in the inner voicing of the chord. Personally, I like to do this. D minor, and then I might flatten this finger out, and then I come back. Do what you like, Got to do what works for you in your hand. Some people like to do this. They'll flip the whole hand around. Really, whatever works for you. Stevie Wonder won't mind, and neither will I. Carolyn Viola is here. Love you, sister. So glad you're here. Nikki, thank you for joining again. Really appreciate y'all being here. This extended live stream. We'll be back on March 6th, Sunday. Appreciate you joining. And there will be videos before then for sure. Now, let's get into this. Are you ready? 2 chords. A trick I learned from Carolyn Amala is that, if you're ever not sure, where the note is just to hear it before you start singing. No New Year's Day. And then I get the first note in my inner ear, and then I'm ready to sing. You ready? Let's play. No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate-covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is, something true, made up of these 3 words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. Yeah, I just called to say how much I care. I do. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Verse 2. No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to the light one tender August night, no autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving things to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is, though old, so new, to fill your heart like no 3 words could ever do. chorus. I just called, come on now, to say I love you. Well, I just called to say how much I care. I do. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. One more chorus, come on. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I do. I just called to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thanks, everybody. So thank you for joining in. Thank you so much for your support in the form of a super chat. Thank you all. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, a like, and the full tutorial, which I filmed in Mexico some years ago, includes the key change and the little outro of my heart, baby of my heart. And I also offer a few singing tips in there. You know, Stevie Wonder is teaching us a couple of cool things with this song. There's a great chord progression, something about key changes. So, you know, every tune we learn baked in our lessons, music lessons. They're all there waiting for us. It's just a matter of us being available for them. So you slowing down and just playing one tune at a time is how they become available. All right, friends. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time. No way. The point is that we show up often, and if we practice carefully, drop by drop, our bucket gets filled with experiences of doing things with ease, of just chipping away at our goals a little bit every time. Try not to force your way through them, and eventually you will. You will get there. A bucket will fill up drop by drop, okay? If you'd like some help reaching your goals, I made a free PDF booklet. It's in the description below. Go get it. You can track your progress month by month, and it's very helpful. It's helped me to already reach some goals. If you saw the beginning of the broadcast, I'm learning how to play harmonica, something I've always wanted to do since I was a teenager. So, you know, we can do this together, and I appreciate you joining me. Thank you so much. So, my friends, we still got a few more tunes to play. Oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate you saying that. You've been to a lot of my live streams, too. Singing from the heart, you know, is more important than singing in tune. Amore, by the way, Carolyn Viola right there is a beautiful singer. Amore, drop a link in the chat if you got any links to any of your voice lessons. Please do that. We have a few more of these. I appreciate you joining in for this extended session. We'll have a brief mindfulness meditation at the end of this, something to relax us, to bring us into the present moment. Every time you strum a chord is an opportunity to come back to the present moment, where the wonders of life become more available to us. Just ask this guy. He's fully present. Fully present. There is absolutely nothing distracting him from the spam. Sorry, I told you I'm a depth, not seriousness, as my motto. I appreciate you joining. Come on, folks, let's keep on jamming. Two more tunes. Till There Was You. There's a whole live stream lesson on this where I share a fancy strum, gypsy tango strum, and I'll touch upon it here for those of you who wish to practice it. You can do that on your own. And then we'll end with That's Amore. Okay? So, Till There Was You. What's cool about this song is that, well, first of all, it's, the Beatles played it, but listen to the original from, I believe it was The Music Man, the musical from the 1950s. Someone drop in the chat. Let me know. Those are your fans of musical theater. Let me know. Okay, these first 4 chords at first may be challenging if you're new, but these are cool chords. This is one of the quintessential jazz chord progressions. All right. One of the most powerful chord progressions. It's in different keys, of course, but what you do... Oh, Andre, spam, 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 spam. Wonderful spam. Maybe we'll do a Monty Python session someday. You get your F. That's your 1 chord in the key of F. Your 2 chord is this diminished 7th shape. Now, in between this chord and this chord is a moment where your hand can totally relax. So just slowly move, just like a ballet dancer. Okay. Feel the space. Patiently work on one thing at a time. You'll be richly rewarded, okay? And then you add the sound. Okay. Remember to breathe, remember to smile, and celebrate. You showed up today. Not just for this live cat, you showed up for your music. Showing up is everything. The next chord is G minor 7, so you cover 2 strings with this, and then you drop your your middle finger right there. And then C7. Now this chord progression can be played so many different ways. But what we're going to do is just to hold to a simple progression of it, which is not necessarily simple, but just one voicing. And that chord progression you're going to hear many times in this because it's the intro. It's also the turnaround for the verse 1, and it's the turnaround for verse 3 and down here. All right. Gentlemen, if you are singing and this feels too high for you, use your falsetto. There were bells. Use your falsetto voice after a sip of tea. There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. I know in music school you're encouraged not to use falsetto, but phooey. Just make a nice sound and enjoy it, okay? Phooey. Sorry, I don't mean to cuss during my live streams here. Let's play. Okay, that's a good strum to use, or you can use the fancy pants strum. I'll break that down later. 1, 2. You can also use just down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, anything you like. 1. Intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's begin. There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. You can take it down. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. And then there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew, there was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you. bridge. And then there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew, there was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. C major, till there was you. Thanks for joining in, everybody. So many ways to embellish this. I'm trying my best to lead something that you can join in with and grab onto. Can I share a couple of advanced things with you? You can watch these again and glean, what you want from it. I just played there was highly rhythmic, not necessarily the best background to be singing on top of. So what you could do is you could use what I just did as an instrumental. Your instrumental could just be one time through the verse. You don't have to solo on two verses. You could just play a fancy strum on just one. Maybe you want to play two. Maybe you want to do what I did, something like I did, and just strum in a mellow way while you whistle. And then for the second solo section, do some fancy pants strumming, and then return to the bridge. So what am I doing? Ray Charles. I got to check out Ray Charles's version. Anything Ray touched was pure gold, so I will definitely check that out. Mary, professional singer, dancer, music theater. Awesome, Mary. I'm sure you've got a lot of songs to share. Kelly sharing that 1957 was the Music Man debut. Excellent. And David, did you see the Beatles debut this on Ed Sullivan? I've seen that clip, but I wasn't there, of course. Now, my friends, so what am I doing? Okay, this is tricky, so please watch this again because, there's a lot here. But what you're doing, the basic of the strum is down, down, up, down, up, chuck, thumb, chuck, thumb, chuck. Remember what I mentioned about chucks before? They're very light. It's a powerful sound, but it's light. And remember what I mentioned before about that triplet 16th note. Okay? So when you put this all together, this strum in gypsy jazz circles is called the gypsy tango. All right, so you'll hear that rhythm a lot. Once again, when you watch this again, copy what you hear. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a plain demo, just to give you an idea of how to do the strum. Okay, so just like a live webinar I might share or in a course, upcoming course, just something basic so you get the motions and break it down even slower. As you break it down even slower, make sure it feels loose, you're just relaxed, you feel good in your body, you feel relaxed and smiling and all that pleasant feeling that you want to cultivate. Next, we try to bring it into more of the groove, more of the feeling of the rhythm, which would be a little peppier. Not just the speed, but the intention. So you may want to practice just the first half. And then the second half. And then try putting them together. Now, do you notice how I'm doing this once and then stopping? I'm not rushing towards the future. I'm just being with one thing at a time. A radical act in these days, right? just to be with one thing at a time. Second part. And then put them together. Okay, this is the kind of in-depth stuff that I offer for the patrons at the $10 tier and higher. You'll see, it's loose. Now, easier said than done. Believe me, I spent a lot of time working on this rhythm with a metronome and a pick on a gypsy jazz guitar. But once you get this down, you can start to now add, just play the chords as written. And here's another really cool way to play. You saw me do this. This is pretty advanced, but you can do it. Okay, a chromatic movement of A minor 7, A flat minor 7 to G minor 7. No, I never saw that at all till there was you. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm playing A minor 7. We'll cover this another time, but what you're doing is you flatten out that finger. Don't hurt yourself, please. Just cover 2 strings. And the secret is to not let these knuckles go up. Keep them back a little bit. All right. Don't sweat this chord voicing. You can always do it with 4 fingers or just leave it out. All right. Eventually, I know this is going to sound absolutely crazy, but eventually this will be easier. I know that sounds nuts because when I was first shown this, I thought the jazz guitar teacher who showed me this, I thought he was crazy. He's like, you're going to break my finger. I'm not doing that. No way. And he was right. You just gently develop some flexibility. Don't force it. And a big part is not leaking the energy this way. Okay, you want the gravity, you want the force to come back this way. It'll happen. Maybe just work on that. So this is an important chord voicing, especially if you're going to get into jazz. It's an important voicing to be able to bust out. All right, so blah, blah, blah. Too much talking. And then when you get to Till There Was You, you can play, this is especially nice on a low G, instead of the C7, check this out. You go to your C13. Whoa, so easy, but so beautiful. 3rd fret, open, open, open. That's a C13 chord. There's the flat 7 of the chord, the root, the 3rd, and the 13. And if that's not colorful enough, check this out. This is C13 with a 9 added. David, cool. You were there. Awesome. So now this is C13 with the flat 9. And then you release to F. Options. I'm just giving you some more colorful options. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. Right? I'm singing so you know which part of the song you use it in, but you would do this as an instrumental. All right. And last colorful thing, and then I promise we're going to move on. Easy way to play a beautiful jazz chord. 5, 5, open, open. Just as beautiful on a high G as well. This is 5, 5, open, open, F major 7. And if you want to add some extra pizzazz, you can put this in here if you wish. It's a very colorful chord, a sharp 11. So I'm starting to drop a little bit of music theory stuff, which I usually hold off from because I don't want to confuse people. I want it to be as accessible as possible. But here's some advanced stuff that you can drop into this, all right? Let me demo it all the way through, slowly, as if I was playing a strum solo, okay? 1, 2, here, I'll come in close, you can demo. Watch, 2, 3, 4. trying to do a slow demo that was still in tempo. So go ahead, steal that. Go ahead, rewind the video, steal it, please. This is getting into an almost hour-and-a-half long love song. So let's land the plane, okay? Thank you for joining me. I so appreciate it. Hey, if you're still watching, if you're one of the 162 viewers still here, I appreciate you joining. I just want to say very quickly how grateful I am for you being here. Hopefully you've downloaded the songbook. Okay, it's going to put you on the mailing list for my new website that'll be launched later this year. There's going to be courses for beginners, intermediate. There's going to be some advanced stuff. A long-awaited chord solo book will be there. Rockabilly course. I have a whole chord theory book that I'm working on. So all this stuff will be available bit by bit. Thank you for joining. You will not be spammed. No way. I am not into spam. And so thank you for joining me. And if you haven't already, download that music, meeting your music goals. It's a free download right there. Thank you very much for being with me. And for those of you who support on Patreon, merci beaucoup. Spasibo, muchísimas gracias. I really appreciate your support, helping keep this channel alive. There will be updates coming soon about the new patron schedule. All right. And I will see everybody here. Hopefully I'll see you on the first Sunday of every month for a free live stream with all the bells and whistles and all this good stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up and all that stuff. And I appreciate you being with me. You ready for one more tune? All right, let's do it. I hope you and your families are doing well. You know, I became a dad 2 years ago, and so now I get to tell dad jokes. Are you ready for one? This is going to make half of you click away, but here we go. When you swim in the sea and something bites your knee, that's amore. Oh, sorry, terrible. There are two versions of That's Amore. Two versions. One is a beginner-friendly version with just, 6 chords, which is a fine way of playing the tune and might be easier for you to memorize. If you want to go deeper, page 2 of this tune has a more advanced version with a beautiful little chord passage in it. And then on the 3rd page, for those of you who, maybe you're vacationing in Tahiti someday and you want to sit in with the bar band, drop this in front of the band and tell them it's in 3/4 time, and they are going to love you. They're going to bow at your feet because you brought a chart with you. All right, Blue Sky, thank you for your support. Appreciate you being here. Let's play through this in this way. We're going to play the easy version, just sing and have fun, and then we'll play the more advanced version. There's a whole lesson for this at the link down below. The beautiful chord progression goes like this. G major, G major. Please join me, G major. And there's a beautiful little melody inside the chords. And it sounds like this. Something you hear a lot in music. All right, so take it slow. Make sure your fingers feel light when you learn this. Yeah, and you just take one little chord progression at a time. You polish it. It's going to be yours forever when you go slow. All right, so a lot of practice tips I know in this video. Appreciate you being here. Let's play 3/4 time. Entire lesson for it down below. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When this world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play, tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. Oh, when the stars make you drool, just like pasta fagioli, that's amore. When you dance down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, Signore. Scusami, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Stay on G. And here's where I'm going to turn the page. And if you were serenading your loved one, you'd look at them right in the eye and you'd say, I love you. Well, you won't say it like that, but say I love you, express your love, hang on one chord, then you turn the page. And here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool, just like pasta fagioli, that's amore. When you dance down the street with the clouds at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, Signore. Scusami, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Thanks for joining in with me, folks. Let's slow down together here. Thank you all for joining me for another live stream session. I hope you had fun with this extended session. Again, there are links down below to full lessons. This one is fun because, it teaches you 3/4 strum. So fun to hang out in 3/4. And there will be other songs in 3/4 that we have shared. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll click subscribe and check some of the other videos that I've made over the past 10 years at this channel. I make them with the hopes that they serve your music well, that you'll return to them, watch them again. Some of my older videos are, packed with maybe too much information, but it's only because I wanted you to experience a transformation from you can't do it to yes you can, and then offer something for the beginners, the intermediate, and even the advanced players out there. So, my friends, thank you for being here. Thank you, Andre, for chanting spam in the chat. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Peg. Thank you, Randall. Why don't we end with a brief mindfulness meditation, just a few minutes of relaxation. And this is a wonderful practice that you can tap into any time to return home to the present moment. So the wonders of life are more available to us, and also so that when the storms of life blow us around like the tops of the trees, we can return to the trunk, to the roots, and be stable and feel stable. Not only for ourselves, but for our loved ones and all those in our care. So mindfulness meditation is an enjoyable process. It's not hard labor. And as my teacher, Thich, Nhat, Hanh, who just recently passed away, shared, your practice should be enjoyable. If it feels like hard labor, you're not practicing correctly. Enjoying your breath. Your breath is a wonder. So what we're going to do is you can rest your ukulele down in your lap, or place it on a stand, and wherever you are, thank you for joining me. And just be still for a few minutes. Place your feet on the floor and invite you to close your eyes and come to a place of stillness in yourself. Begin to relax the muscles on your scalp and bring your attention to your body as you soften and relax. Let's bring our attention to our in-breath and our out-breath. And we're not even trying to breathe in any special way. We're just watching our breath as it flows in and out, breathing naturally, following our breath, and allowing our attention to rest on our breath. Breathing in, I know this is my in-breath. Breathing out, I know this is my out-breath. Breathing in, I follow my in-breath from beginning until the end. Breathing out, I follow my out-breath from the beginning unto the end. In, out. Enjoy your in-breath. Enjoy your out-breath. Allow yourself to settle into this moment as it is for just a few more moments. Your attention is resting on the pillow of your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I feel at ease. Breathing in, my body feels calm, settled. And just let go into this moment. Breathing out, I feel at ease. I am not racing towards the future. I feel at ease in this moment. Calm, ease. Breathing in, I smile to life. Breathing in, I know there are so many wonders to life. This in-breath, this exchange between myself and the world, animating me, keeping me alive. Breathing in, I smile with gratitude for all the conditions that allow me to enjoy this moment. Breathing out, I let go. I release. And just for this moment, I breathe in, smile to life. Breathing out, I put down any projects, any plans, any thoughts of the past or the future. and dwell happily in this moment where the wonders of life are available to me. Breathing in, smile. Breathing out, release. Breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, I know this is a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. And friends, let's take just another minute to breathe in and out, following our in-breath and our out-breath. And just hold a witnessing space to whatever is present for you. You are like the banks of the river, holding the flow, embracing it all. Whatever arises, embrace it with a loving awareness. Now you may like to bring a little bit of gentle motion to your fingertips and your toes. But as you do so, remain connected to your in-breath and your out-breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Embracing life with a loving awareness. Thank you for practicing with me, for practicing music, and for practicing the music of your in-breath and your out-breath. This is a simple practice that you can do anytime during the day. 3 conscious breaths, even 1 conscious breath, can change our life and offer us the stability to handle whatever arises. We are the banks of the river. The water that flows, we can embrace it and hold it. So this is a practice and a training that I hope will serve you well. Anything done with a mindful attention becomes very, very enjoyable. That's a song called Thanks a Lot, and if you visit my channel's homepage, you'll find there was a live stream not long ago where I took you through that entire song. a beautiful song of gratitude called Thanks a Lot, which is a daily anthem at my home. Satnam, blessings to you all. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you again the first Sunday of March. This was an in-depth lesson, and if you're watching this as a replay all the way to the end, I thank you very much if you're still here. And wishing you and your loved ones good health, happiness, happy music making. And I look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Take good care. Happy Valentine's Day. Much love. Thank you all. Namaste.